time for faking jacks. Ain't no time for faking jacks. Ain't no time for faking jacks.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this Saturday's Rewind Gaming 3v3 Weekly. And what a great game we've got to start you off. But before we get to that, my name is Digital Bacon, and tonight I am joined by the ever-awesome Scott G. How are you doing, Scott?
What an introduction. You do flatter me, Bacon. You do. I am doing great. I'm very excited to get into this tournament. And how are you this evening? I know you've had a very busy day.
It has been a long day of casting for me. This is the third cast for me today. Lucky number 3, the hat trick. Terrible triples, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Yep, this morning was casting the Rocket League. That is THE over in Asia. Top 4 teams from Japan up against the 4 top teams from mainland Asia. Second was PRL. Great stuff from them tonight. And then third, to round it off, to, you know, the little dessert at the end of the evening, I've got a bit of rewind, and, well, the first match we have got for you guys at home, ladies and gentlemen, is, the boys, the Saturday going up against Actually Hopeless. Now, Scott, we're talking, we're just going to call SAS fouls or whatever they want. No, they're just going for SAS. That's what we're doing now. They've got to just like it, don't they?
Yeah, if you're just going to slam your keyboard for your team name and not think of the casters, we're just going to call you by the first 3 letters of your name because that's what you deserve.
But anyway, for you guys at home that are wondering, SAS, they are made up of Rix Ronde, Speed, and Burrito B. Rix Ronde is actually just coming off hot from winning PRL, so he's got to be up on a bit of a high. Actually Hopeless, though, they're going to try and knock them down. That is Chrissy Boy, Wizard, and Deoxy. Now, we were just getting a little bit of a talk that, you know, Wizard, he was an old sub for Planet Key Dynamics, so we should see a little bit of a challenge there. But for me, I'm expecting a lot from SAS, and I'm pretty sure that the players are going to be hopping on in any minute to prove it. As, you know, they've got to be getting a little bit antsy there in the background, got to be, you know, waiting on in. There it is, Deoxy's coming on in. Chrissick, Wizard, we have got Burrito B of Bittersweet, Speed, who was just on the recent back post squad lineup with Gregan. Love the lad. And Rix Ronde. Now, Speed for me, Scott here, he is the one lad to look out for. He has been smashing away at taunts left, right, and centre, really improving. And you know what? I'm going to pin him now. Next season, expect him to be gunning for RLRS.
Without a doubt, Speed just seems to continue improving. He's really good, and he doesn't seem to be plateauing at all. He seems to be just keep on the grinding and getting better and better. And we're going to see him play well today and nearly scoring already.
Yeah, good stuff from the lads as the ball is now down in the Hopeless half, but they're just with the scramble defense getting on out. Rix Ronde picking it on up. He is on the wall looking to get us around. Speed do not know what he is doing there, as he's essentially just taking that around. Burrito B, Deoxy trying to get us out now, but it is so lackluster. Rix Ronde, he is up in the air, not being able to get around Wizard though, and now is down into the Sassy side.
Looks like SAS are having all the pressure in this first minute. I'm surprised they haven't scored honestly. Chrissick with a very clutch save, but apart from that, it looks like SAS should have scored. Very cluttered defense coming out here from Actually Hopeless, and they haven't been getting hard clears. But let's see what they can do. Maybe they're just settling into the tournament.
Deoxy coming off of the wall. Speed's now got to take the ball under control. But he took too much time on that, and Chrissick just keeping a little bit of pressure, but didn't result in much. Wizard with the long shot. Oh, and Rix Ronde getting the hit away, but it does not matter as Wizard is able to pull out the first goal.
Well, first of all, what an incredible save. I thought that was just going to be a goal straight away. Incredibly impressive from Rix Ronde to even make that first save. But unfortunately, he couldn't do much more. A nice, easy tap in from Wizard. But it's interesting to see that Actually Hopeless, that was probably one of their first, maybe second attacks of the entire game, and they scored. That's compared to SAS having like all of the attacks in this game. So it looks like actually Hopeless are quite clinical when it comes to it. So if they can hold down on defense, they might do quite well in this game.
Dick moving it around the corner. He's got in front of net. Is up high. Wizard is trying to contest against Speed for that. Deoxy knocking it to the backboard, but no one's going to be able to pick this on up. Rick's actually sending that into a bit of a dodgy position. Krisic trying to get that on around to center. Deoxy with the hit is in front of the net. Oh, the post and the crossbar denying everything. Rick's getting a big old clear out. Bria B now putting on the pressure and gets the first goal for SAS.
What is happening? That was so close to actually Hopeless getting a 2-goal lead there. Denied by the crossbar, and I think someone made a save in there. I didn't quite catch it, but wow, they were close. That's got a sting. And SAS, of course, they're always going to capitalise on a counter-attack like that. And they did, and now we have a 1-1 game. It looks like the first goal brought actually Hopeless to life a bit. In the first minute of the game, they were stuck in their own half, but it's starting to become a bit more of an even game. Both teams seem to be locking horns a bit more now.
Speedy's going to be able to pick this one up. Good pass over to Burrito B, but Burrito just decided to leave that. Not much pressure coming out of actually Hopeless here as they're just going left and right. They're not really getting anywhere near the goal. Ricks, unfortunately, I don't think he meant to at all side flips, so that's just stopped that attack from happening. Wizard knocking back. Krisic having a shot, but Burrito B sends it off to the corner.
Doesn't look like either team are getting like particularly good attacks. It looks like both of them are quite solid in defense, and it's just both teams are looking for mistakes coming out from the other two, and that's sort of what happens when you've got two really good teams. Both are capable, so you're looking for slight mistakes and slight slip-ups to then capitalize on them. But it's 1-1 here, it's close.
Deoxy with big clear now. He's got that running down to the corner, but Ricks is trying to stop that in its track. Burrito B trying to get us on out. And actually Hopeless, sorry for saying it before, but I thought SAS was going to get a little run away with it, but they are putting up a good fight here.
Definitely. Just like you, I was predicting SAS to do really well. I knew all three players on SAS know they're really strong players, and I expect them to be doing a lot better than they're currently doing. And for actually hoping to keep this to a 1-1 game, they're sort of shutting us up a little bit, aren't they?
It's what we like to see, actually Hopeless turning up on the day, keeping good rotations. From SAS though, as soon as they start getting those linking team plays going, expect them to start popping off left, right and centre. But at the moment it's still remaining 1-1. Rick's knocking it in front of the goal. This is dangerous, but Speed not being able to get on the end of it. It is just time and time again. The blue side, SAS side, not being able to finish it off. Apart from now, that is going all the way to the long shot from Burrito B.
Bit of miscommunication, I think, coming out left from actually Hopeless. All three of them going for the ball there. They seem to have cracked under the pressure of SAS here, but they seem to be playing a little bit faster, starting to put them on the back foot a bit more. And they just cracked. All three of them went for it. They were never going to make the save. That's not something you'd like to see coming out of a good threes team. Usually, one person goes for it. Double commits you can sort of get away with, but triple commits is a goal instantly.
Speed on the ball. He's going to try to do this all on his own, but Deoxy is there to deny it. Ricks has now got to go back, just leaving that for Burrito B. Good communication coming from them now. Burrito B going with the solo play, flicking it into center, and Ricks misses it. This is unprecedented. This lad should be hitting those home every single day of the week. Oh. That's a long shot. Krisic bringing his team back. This is 2-2, and this is a game we were not expecting to have such high quality early on.
Wow. Rick Ronde will be disappointed he didn't at least make connection with that pass there. But Speed, I think, was weirdly at fault there. He looked like he was in no man's land. He wasn't far enough up to do anything, but he wasn't far enough back to actually make the save. So unfortunately, I think the blame lies on him for that equaliser goal, but he might do it here.
Oh, Rick's not getting that last touch. Speed tried everything in his power to get that down to his opponent's half, but fortunately, we're going to an overtime. I'm not too fussed about that. I just like more Rocket League.
Oh, don't you and me both. You and me both. What a way to start off our stream, isn't it? A nice overtime game.
To be into the center, you're going to be able to see Speed turn around on this, but it gets bounced past him by Wizard. Good control of the ball there. Oh, no one getting on the end of this. Burrito B lunging on it in. He had a wide open net and a lingering ball. That's an easy goal for him.
Definitely. Looks like Speed caught up Krisic a little bit before he could go on the backboard, which threw him off. And then he just sort of span around on the backboard, not really sure what to do. Ended up missing. Good play from Speed to sort of put him off of his game a little bit. And of course, bounced in front of the goal. It's a high-level game. Someone's going to put that in eventually, aren't they?
Unfortunately, I can't understand at all what Wizard is saying in chat. Just English problems, really, eh, Scott?
Yeah, we do not speak German, I presume.
I think that's Dutch, actually.
I'm wrong. Yeah, probably is Dutch.
Wizard is from Holland, and I think Rick's Ronde is as well.
That would make more sense.
But we're going on into game 2 here. Sass getting the win, but boy howdy was it close. Actually, Hopeless are putting up a really good fight here. That's what we like to see. These early games, due to seeding, you're normally there going, oh, it's just going to be complete sweeps. But no, tonight is absolutely stacked. We have got some great teams coming up. So don't go anywhere unless you're going to get some popcorn, because this is going to be entertaining.
Oh, definitely. It looked like actually Hopeless just came alive once they scored their first goal. They settled in. They realised, you know what, we can take these seasoned veterans. We can win this. And it'll be interesting to see how they react to losing the first game and if they come alive even more to win.
Oh, no. Speed getting the goal, and it's all down to Deoxy. Why, oh why, did you put this right in front of your net? That was a great pass on over the Speed. This is just Rocket League 101. Do not put your ball in front of your net, because your opponent has the chance to score. Deoxy should know better than that, and that was just bad play.
Oh yeah, 100%. It didn't even look like anyone was like imminently challenging him. He had a bit of time.
But Brio B picks up the second goal here. Just look at this. Whipped on around. Brio B there. Nice little twirly in the center. Getting it away. We're only 27 seconds on into this second game, and it's completely different to the first.
Yeah, it looks like the start of the first game, but Sass are being a lot more clinical and actually scoring instead of just putting up pressure and missing everything. So they're looking a little bit more in their element now.
Deoxy with a ball out to center, but no one is there. Maybe a bit high, or he could have chosen to knock it on back. That is a game of ifs, though, and Speed has had a whole run with it. Unfortunately, not being able to find the back of the net. Rick's just missing it, unfortunately. Speed knocking out. Good pass over to Rick's. Back to Speed. These were the team plays I was talking about, Scott.
Yeah, they're really, really starting to feel themselves out, aren't they now? What a pass from Rick's Ronde. That's an incredible touch to just about touch it with the roof in the perfect way so it keeps going forward instead of just hitting it back. And to set up Speed perfectly. Wow, a burrito, I think it was even. Was it burrito or Speed? I missed it. Wow.
Speed.
Yeah.
Oh, Rick's trying to get the redirect down with the dunk. Unfortunately not. I said it earlier. Rick's Ronde has come off hot from his win over on PRL. And you got to remember, he was playing with a completely different squad. This is his first match playing with Speed and Burrito B tonight. So he's starting to settle on in. But, oh, Krisic there. Wonderful little 1v1 play.
Yeah, that's what I like to see from actually Hopeless a little bit more. Them taking their time instead of just hitting the ball back. I like to see Krisic saying, "Get balled, son," which is indeed what happened. A beautiful one play, as you said. He got balled, without a doubt. A nice goal.
And Deoxy gets in a second, flying all the way through the air like a glorious eagle. Had so much time from the double commit between Speed and Burrito B. Burrito B couldn't dunk on down into it to get it away. Deoxy's picked up the second. 1 minute 30 essentially into his second game, and we have got 5 goals.
Yeah, it shows you how quick even a threes game can change. 30 seconds ago, it was 3-0 up to Sass, and they were looking strong. It looked like they could be having a stomp here in game 2. But then in 30 seconds, they staged a complete comeback. 3 goals. That is impressive.
Krisic there, he, for a second time now, has just, with ultimate ball control, taken the weight of the world on his shoulders. to bring Actually Hopeless on back. This lad, you've got to be careful. I did not know of Chrisick before this, but now I'm knowing him as some sort of 1v1 god. Someone needs to tell him about Thursday nights here over in Rewind.
Oh, definitely. He looks like he could be in with a shot of it. All these 1v1 plays he's doing in threes, which is even more impressive.
Ball moving out towards center. Deoxy sending it to the backboard and out. Rix Ronde, that is a powerful hit into center, but no one is there to pick it on up. Chrisick and Wizard are both double committed going for that ball. Just maybe a little bit of a lack of communication. Brio B dropping this on down for Rix. Chrisick getting on around Rix now. Speed coming on in, but a good block from Chrisick. Rix trying to knock this on down to the ground. Brio B out to the center. Deoxy, he's on the end of it, but unfortunately it goes wide as Speed clears on away.
It was a good attempt there from Deoxy. If he'd put it in the near post, it looked like Speed had all those angles covered. So for Deoxy to go for behind Speed, it was a tougher shot, which is why he missed. But you knew if that was on target, Speed was going to have a very tough time scoring that. So Deoxy did what he could there and was unlucky for it to not slip in from the post.
Burrito keeping this ball up in the air. Speed is on the end of it. He's going to go and go for the second touch. Couldn't, unfortunately. Deoxy now clears this away. Wizard is going to get on the end of it. Try put this in the center, but Rix stops out in his track. Burrito being now clearing away base to the center. Again, we were saying Rocket League lessons. Lesson number 2, you do not clear into the center. Otherwise, it's just going to easily be picked up by your opponent.
It's true. You should, if you're watching these tournaments and looking to improve, you should be taking mental notes or physical notes if that's your thing, because this is the best way to improve. Casters can tell you what's going on and tell you what you need to be doing and what you shouldn't be doing.
Deoxy now being chased down by Speed, going across to the other corner. Wizard picking that up, making it a bit awkward. Deoxy getting in there, straight on Rix. Wizard now with the shot, goes a bit wide. Deoxy following it up, and Actually Hopeless now take the lead with Deoxy getting his second goal.
Wow, the comeback doesn't stop, does it? Now they've taken a lead. It looks like Actually Hopeless are being a little bit more speedy in the midpoint of the game, in the midpoint of the field even. They're getting a lot more challenges and winning them, which puts them on offensive attack and puts them on the pressure. That doesn't make any sense. That gives them the pressure, sorry. And, well, it looks like Rix Ronde's answering them, aren't they?
Look at the big clear from Burrito B. He got demoed for his efforts, but Chrisick not getting that, should have played it a bit more clever. He was completely out of the situation, no one back in the fence, and Rix is able to just step on in, give it a little tap, and they've equalised it on out.
Yeah, Chrisick really needs to get that touch there. It was, if he missed, they scored. If he touched it well enough, he would clear it and give a teammate time to get back and make another save if need be. But now we have a 4-4 game with less than a minute left. It could go to overtime like last game. It looks like these teams are both quite evenly matched, actually, despite our predictions.
What a touch by Rix, and Chrisick, well done to get that on out there in defence. Rix Ronde now trying to get us around to the centre. There's a powerful hit, but no one is there. Wizard's going to be able to pick this up now. He's deciding to go up the wall, gets it past Rix, but Speed is on the end of it. His name is so fitting. This lad gets so fast. It's just all over the pitch.
Oh, definitely. I've never seen a more fitting name. He's such a fast player when he's in his element.
Burrito B with that angle. Look at this tasty shot right here. Just gets on his side and then dodges on in to get a bit more power. And Chrisick, unfortunately, hitting it could not do anything, because no matter what, even if he wasn't there, it would have gone in the back of that net. 13 seconds left, and SAS are looking to take it as a 2-0.
Wow, that was a really impressive angle from Burrito. Not many people can get that sort of shot, and that's a good example of how to use an aerial shot to make those really tight angles and still get power on them. That's a tough shot to make, and for him to win the game for that shot is even better. A nice goal to win the game with, and well played to SAS. They did win, but it wasn't as confident as I would have thought, honestly.
Yeah, we were expecting a lot more bigger stuff from SAS. We did start getting that, but Actually Hopeless, as time went on, they were just getting stronger and stronger alongside SAS. Unfortunate for Actually Hopeless that they're knocked down in round 2, but that is the way of seeding and the way of brackets. SAS will move on into round 3, where they're going to be going up against the winner of Super Hot Baguettes and winner Chicken Dinner. Oh,
That's a tough
I
one.
can tell you the teams now for that. That is, we could have been watching that, Scott, and we would have had the same match. Super Hot Baguettes, of course, everyone knows them at the moment. Zedo Steak, and they're always trying to, mix in their third. Today they'd be playing with Classic. But winner Chicken Dinner, that's Z9, Master Rio, and Logic. That is an insane lineup. And I mean, these are the sort of lineups we could expect there at the finals. So guys, don't go anywhere during this break. We're going to get the next game set up for you. I can see we're going to have Turtle Esports going up against the winners of Crown and E-Monkeys. Oh, that's another great lineup. Oh, I'm so excited for Rocket League today. In the meantime, as we go to a quick break, make sure you hit that follow button if you're feeling extra nice. That subscribe button. Head over to Matrino. We have codes again, so smash those free $1 donations. Hit up the Discord, the Twitter, all those lovely jubbly things. But for the next few minutes, we're going to have to go away and we're going to leave you some awesome music from ERR.
Ain't no time for faking Jack. 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 Ain't no time for faking Jack.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the second game of tonight's Rewind Gaming 3v3 Weekly. I'm Digital Bacon, and joined again by Scott G. How are you doing, Scott?
I'm good. I'm excited for another round of RG3v3 tonight. And it looks like we've got another high-level game here. I know Turtle Esports, or Esport, a couple weeks ago, did win a Rewind Gaming 3v3 tournament. So they're probably looking to repeat their success here, but they have to get through E-Monkeys. And I think you know a little bit more about E-Monkeys than me, since you seemed to back them last round.
Yeah, last round they just went up against Crown, and everyone in the Rewind crew was there like, oh no, Crown should win this because that's Sapphire, 2K, C-Briefing, J-Wells, their names everyone and their mothers knows here in the community scene. But E-Monkeys, again, Spanish teams, a bit like E-Hawkers in the RLRS. Everyone sort of just like underestimates the Spanish teams because they sort of stick to themselves. Spanish and Portuguese teams normally have their own little cups, and I think there's one called Gold Dust, whatever going on, and they just sort of go unnoticed by the rest of Europe. But here, E-Monkeys at the moment are about the second or third. You would say third, actually, because it near enough be E-Hawkers or Golden Hawks now. Then you've got Aces Club, and then E-Monkeys. They're ones to watch out for because they can sometimes just cause little upsets, and well, taking down that roster of, like I said, Sapphire, 2K, C-Briefy, who I love so much, and J-Wells, they're looking like they're on a mission tonight to take down Turtle Esport.
Yeah, they've already taken out one well-known team here, and a good team. So I'm sure they're thinking, well, we can just do it again against Turtle Esport. I don't know why there isn't an S there. I feel like they should have had an S, but it's Esport. I'll try and remember that. Turtle Esport.
They're a bit slow to put an yes on, don't they?
I get it.
Hey.
Turtle jokes, hey.
But anyway, whoever wins this has to go up against the winner of Get Mixed or CE Sabadell Esports. Loving that name. But yeah, Get Mixed, that's Naumon, Divix, and Lorty. CE Sabadell, that's Mark by 8, Nachito, and 9. 2 great rosters as well. My money's on Get Mixed going on through because I am a massive fan of Divix and Lorty, the whole roster. I'm just a fan of all those lads, so definitely expecting those going through. And see Sabadell again, another Spanish team. We're starting to see these Spanish teams come on through. Like I said, they near enough had segregated themselves. It was a bit like the Italian teams as well. They near enough kept to their own streams in their own language and that, and now they're starting to come over here and, they're on our turf. So our boys, Turtle Esport, Get Mixed, they've got to show them what's what and really give them a bit of a spanking.
Yeah, E-Monkeys are the ones that have got something to prove here, so let's see if they can prove it. But you started listing off rosters there. All that shows is we've got a very high-level set of attendees here in today's tournament. And it's quite hard to predict who's going to win this. And from now even, I will not be able to predict it without being totally wrong, because it could go to anyone at this rate.
Yeah, we already had that little upset in round 2 between Actually Hopeless just being that smidge out. You can also see Super Hot Baguettes that got through to the final of tonight's PRL have been knocked out by Winner Chicken Dinner in round 2 as well. That's Z9 Masterio Logic, so that is a massive upset alert. Well, you say upset alert, it's just that case of you've got 2 top-tier teams going up against each other, and one's got a full. Also, we've got on the other side, Hinks, Oys going up against Sept, Geneva Esports now. I didn't really know this Hinks Oys sort of squad, but Sept, Geneva, everyone knows here. That's Eichwolf, Skyline, and Flav, and I think they've got to be, at the moment, the Rewind Gaming favourites, because everyone around here, they just love Eichwolf, really.
Eichwolf is the Rewind favourite, isn't he? In the 1s and the 3s, he's a bit of a legend amongst the Rewind Gaming community, isn't he? Because he's got to be the individual that's won the most tournaments in 1s and 3s put together. He's an incredible player, and he's made a name for himself in this organisation, without a doubt.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure the players are just finishing up, getting ready. They're putting their boots on. They're going to be on the pitch any second. Turtle Esport, that is Rennie Rentler, iMonk, and Vano going up against E-Monies, which is Alan, Salem, and Dementza. This is going to be a close match. I think we've got to give it to Turtle Esport purely because they've won before. They're looking to do it again, but E-Monkeys do not count them out at all. They're going to be trying their hardest. We're going to get the countdown any second.
Here we go.
Whoa, the tension is building. Alan going on up against. Do you believe that was Vano there? Rennie Rentler is up in the air, pinching it softly against the wall to stop it on there. Talon knocking it out. iMonk off to the backboard. Does he have any assistance? Vano getting a bit faked on out there by Demenzo. Gets it on a round. And Alan finishing off round. I'm going to have to make an Alan and Steve joke at some point. I can see it coming, Scott.
Of course you are. Well, great pass from Rennie. Wrong side of the field. Wrong teammate. Wrong team even. He was in a tough spot. If I'm honest, I personally would have just waited instead of going up and trying something because what he tried to do was incredibly difficult. What is happening?
What a sexy kickoff there. Rennie Rentler again up after the hit from Vano. Drops it on down. Someone can get to it. And Alan with the big mistake. He just capitalized off a mistake and then he goes and scores in his own goal from one. What
I guess it
going
makes it
on?
even.
It's only 23 seconds in.
Yeah, it looks like both players have getting a little bit nervous. I'm sure they both recognise that they're coming up against high-level opponents on either side of the field. I say that, but they've both just made very low-level errors. But I'm sure we won't see much of that throughout this game.
Oh, yeah, they're itching for goals, and they don't mind which goal it is, it almost seems. Rennie Rentler is going up in the air. He's looking to put it away.
Oh.
Look at that. It's just nearly there. But it gets denied. Vano tried coming on in. Unfortunately, can get. Got to be careful with Selen. It's going for a shot. Monk getting it out. On back in. Monk's trying to work this dribble downfield. But it was sloppy. The Mensa out to mid. Selen's going to take this up the wall. He's got the boost. Izzy got a big hit, though. Rennie Rentler intercepting, and that's keeping the pressure up for in the E-Monkeys side.
It looks like both teams, as you mentioned, are really desperate to get the lead early on here in the first game. Maybe to make their mark on this game, but both teams are playing really fast, making really quick challenges. Neither of them seem to be playing slow or passively there, which sometimes you see at the start of the games to feel the opponent out. They are really wanting goals quick and quickly. And that's what's caused some of the mistakes we saw in the first two goals. But it looks like both teams are settling in now. Less mistakes are coming out. And now it's more of a case of who's going to crack under the other team's pressure first.
Yeah, this is the kind of Rocket League I love to watch. You don't see it as much on the high RLCS and RS level purely because the teams are so disciplined. They're so clinical now that you only get a very few number of goals. You don't get this high speed because they just want to keep the ball to themselves and they have a game strategy. But here, where you've got the teams that are just slightly below that level, they're still pulling out those old high-intensity plays, which are, for me anyway, so much more enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that we had 2 goals within like 30 seconds, and now it's been 2 minutes, and no one's been particularly close to getting any goals. It's not like we've even seen like that many saves. Both teams seem to be stopping any attacks before it can even develop into a shot. And it just seems to be back and forth, back and forth. I can't put my finger on who's going to score and take the lead first, but it could go either way at this point.
I know you're trying to be cheeky with the pop and demo strat. Didn't work. iMonk with a hit on target, and Vano follows on through. I think that is a wonderful little play there from Turtle Esport.
Definitely. Vano was very smart there. He was the second man on the rotation. As a second man, you always want to come in after Monk, in this case, the first man, has taken their shot or passed it or whatever, and Vano capitalized instantly. He recognized the save. It was a good save, to be fair, but not good enough to clear it or anything, and Vano was quick on that one.
Ooh, and Celine being able to get a goal. Quick responses here. We saw it on those first two. Getting it again. Celine here, wide open goal. Absolutely catching Turtles off of their rotation. They're a bit too slow to come on back into it, and the E-Monkeys pounce like the cheeky little monkeys they are.
I like that. Yeah, it's the repeat of the first 2 goals, isn't it? One team finally scores, but then the other team has none of it and wants to score instantly, and they did. Will it continue as a back and forth, or will one of the teams start thinking, right, well over half of the game's gone. We need to start getting a lead, and we want this first game here because it's only a best of 3.
Ball is in the corner. Vano getting a good block on out. Alan trying to knock this, trying to keep this pressure down on his opponent's side, but he would have done better with a back pass there. Gleam knocking that on forward. Vano's up in the air, sends it off wide, trying to buy a bit of time for Imont to get on back. Moving around. You can see it from the Total Esports side here. They're just trying to get this ball moving between each other. It's not as clean as they would like, though, it almost seems. It's up in the air. Can Rennie Rentler get it on down? Yes, he can. Turtle Esports take the lead 3-2.
A good demo there. I'm not sure who... Imont got a really good demo on Demensa, and I don't think Salem was expecting the demo, because Salem was expecting Demensa to be able to go up and make that save. So that demo stopped Demensa from making the save and completely threw off Salem. So Imont did really well with that demo, basically made the play and got the goal, and he's just got another demo. He's feeling aggressive now.
Demos, if they are done correctly, can bring out such a good aspect to the game where you're removing opponents out of the way. That can break down an attack or break down a defense, but it's got to be done right, otherwise you're putting yourself out of position. You can see Alan now getting that out to midfield, but he has to get back for boost. The Mensa going for the block didn't really work. Imont knocking this on back. Goes for a second touch. He is just creating opportunities here. Vano trying to get us on around to the corner. Rennie Rentler just staying on down. Nothing really working there. But Turtle Esports, they've got 20 seconds left and they are a goal up. They've just got to park the bus for this game.
Yeah, they do. And also keep up the pressure. Imont has been putting on incredible pressure, just been causing complete havoc over the side of E-Monkeys, getting some really weird challenges, refusing to go back to net his own half of the field. And I think that's what kept them in the lead for the rest of this game. And well played to Imont. He also got them the winning goal with the demo. Turtle Esports did play well, but it was a very close game.
Turtle Esports, the fan favorite, winning the first game, but this is a best of 3 series. They've still got more work to do, and that game was close. E-Monkeys are in no way at all out of it yet. They've got to win 2 more, and it is within their power to do so. Turtle Esports, they've just got to keep up on their defense. We saw it twice there where they got caught out of rotation, and E-Monkeys were able to just capitalize upon it. They've got to be careful on that, because with a name like Total Esports, you expect them to be that slow defensive team, but no, they are so deceiving. They're just all about that speed and aggression. Loving it.
Yeah, very aggressive. They should probably call themselves Snapping Turtle Esports because of how aggressive they are. That was terrible. I'm sorry.
Going for the kickoff. Vano, big pass downfield. You can see Rennie is waiting for it. Can't get on past Alan, though. That is blocked. Big hit out, and Rennie getting the demo. Not exactly needed, but it does keep the ball down in their opponent's side. E-Monkeys have to get this on out. Rennie wasn't really doing much there. He just stayed under the ball. Unfortunately for him, the ball went nowhere. It just waited upon him. No one touching it. The Mensa knocking it out of the corner. You've got Imont coming in, creating that pressure, but the Mensa holds strong like a wall. Lean moving this down. Rennie turns it around, gets the ball up in the air. Vano's coming on in. Rennie having to follow up because Vano was not getting there in time. It's unfortunate for him. And the ball is now cleared out of the E-Monkeys side.
Yeah, E-Monkey. E-Monkeys. I meant to say Turtle Esports. Turtle Esports. I just put on a lot of pressure there, and I noticed that every time whoever had the ball did something, whether it was just throw it at the opponents or just miss a shot or whatever, they would instantly go for the opponent's boost, and that's what keeps them on the offense so much, is because the E-Monkeys don't have enough boost to actually break out, and that's a very smart play. You see it a lot in 1s, not always in 3s, but it's a really good play to make in 3s, that once you've done something, get boost, rotate back.
And, oh my gosh, that save right there. Do believe that was Rennie hopping on in and bouncing the ball out. Good stuff from him. That was on the line sort of stuff. You couldn't get closer. Unfortunately, the ball comes back up Turtle's end, and E-Monkeys get the first goal of game 2.
It seems like E-Monkeys it looks like Total Esports can keep up the pressure more, but eMonkeys, when they get the pressure, are a lot more faster to score and a bit more clinical. So if Total Esports can start capitalizing more on the pressure they get, or just get kickoff goals, they'll equalize.
Okay, right. You can't say much about kickoff goals, unfortunately. Veno just being able to capitalize, maybe saw that the kickoff was a little bit weird and they could get to it in time, have a crack on goal. No one from eMonkeys, of course, expecting it, because you don't expect kickoff goals. You go in for the attack, and near enough, both these sides, they do have a little bit of a strategy of where they want the ball to be placed after it's hit. But if you make a little bit of a mistake because you're trying something new, it can be costly. And it all just comes down to drilled kickoffs. And the pro teams do it, but at this level, you know, you've got school. You can't put 8 hours a day into kickoffs, can you?
No, you can't. You can't. And a lot of people, like, kickoffs is like the last thing they think about when they, you know, they've got a team together. They want to just get in rank. They want to practice. They want to do all the fancy ceiling shots, fancy passes and all that. But at the end of the day, we see great kickoff strategies coming out with loads of teams. Like in the last RLCS, we saw NRG doing perfect back left kickoffs that set them up for the attack. And that can change the entire scope of the game if you practice your kickoffs and your other team doesn't. But as you said, not many people at this sort of level and below practice them.
Ball is down dangerously in Total Esports side. The Mensa not being able to get that on target. iMonk now, he has got a counter going. Gets the block, it is in the center. Rennie Rentler hitting it out at the goal. iMonk there, if he had got the just little bump on the defense there on Demensa, could have got a goal there, but unfortunately did not happen. 1-1 still here, just got past the 3-minute mark and is still anyone's game.
Yeah, both teams have come out with very impressive saves, honestly, and you can see why, like, iMonk and other players are going for demos and bumps, because sometimes that's the only way you can score when you've got a set of 6 players that can all make clutch saves really fast, speedy reactions. Sometimes a bump and a demo is all you can do to get past that brick wall of defense.
Ball moving in front of the Total Esport goal, but great clear there by iMonk. Rennie Rentler trying to knock into center. Vano with the crack on goal, but unfortunately it was blocked on out. Celine trying to get on out there, but Vano blocks it. Vano here just being a little bit tricksy. Rennie Rentler being too slow into that situation. Vano hits the ball at his own goal by accident, but iMonk there just seeing that and stops it in its tracks.
Saving the day, you might say. I don't think Vano would be particularly happy with himself if that did go in. So iMonk was saving Vano's dignity there and keeping it at a 1-1 game. Well played from iMonk to actually react to that, because, you know, you don't tend to expect your teammate just to own goal it. So, well played.
And Rentler gets it on out to the center. Celine's trying to pick this one up and get the control, but iMonk dashes on him, picks it up, tries to put it out to the center. It was a wasted attempt because Vano was just chasing him about. These lads need to start communicating. They're just there. They're hungry for a goal, and they're all just trying to start ball chasing here because they're a little bit frustrated that they're not getting the results they want.
Yeah, definitely. It's either when it's usually when you are goal deprived that you start slipping out of the good habits and solid gameplay that you usually do, because you are so desperate to get that goal. And neither teams here want this to go to overtime. But unfortunately,
overtime is what we got.
Yeah, exactly.
Demensa and iMonk. Demensa winning it off, but Rennie Rentler being able to pick that up so well. Demensa clearing this out. I said it before, do not put it in the center, because iMonk has just put it right on back. Vano picking it up, he's got it up high. Can Demensa get on it? Unfortunately not. Alan dropping it again to the center. Please stop that, boys. You've got to do better.
100%. You do not want to be doing that, especially with players like iMonk that never seem to actually rotate back and always put pressure on you, and he's never not there when you're on defense trying to make it clear. So you've got to get good clears, not do it stupid things like Alan was doing there. You need to get rid of it confidently.
Alan, he's popped it up in the air. Demensa trying to keep this pressure in front of the goal. Vano gets on past. Everyone is upfield. Demensa has to get back quickly. Got it up in the air. And look, Total Esport had all committed there. Rennie Rentler got back in time because he saw the trouble just quickly enough. these lads, they've got to be careful. I know you're hungry for the goal, but do not triple commit. Do not send everyone upfield. Otherwise, it's only going to backfire upon you.
Yeah, it seems like when all three players can smell that goal, they smell the potential, they all want to get it. They're all desperate to end this overtime now. And they know if they score the next goal, they're through. So, but as you said, they need to be careful. They need to stick to what they usually do in a normal game. It's not an overtime, normal game, 0-0, nothing different about it. Just play your game, and you'll play a lot better than you are currently.
Ball is on the side. Rennie in blocked out by Celine, but keeps in the middle. It is in no man's land, and Alan takes the first crack to get it away. iMonk slowing it down, trying to go for a dribble. Fortunately, doesn't really result in much. Celine getting on the end of it, puts it into the center. The Mensa blocking the boost, taking it away, going to start trying to starve. iMonk with the crack, it's wide, and Celine's able to get out, but gets demoed for his efforts. Alan now, the sole one forward. iMonk trying to just, roughhouse him a little bit, get in the way. Rennie Rentler with the lucky touch. Celine again putting this in front of the net. Rennie, he's got control. He's got Alan coming in to challenge. 50-50 still goes in Rennie's way. The second one does as well. Unfortunately, it was too much. Vano knocks out Demensa. Pass. iMonk is now picking this on up. Alan is trying everything. Look at this, one after the other. They're trying to keep this pressure going, but it's just resulting in midfield plays.
Oh, this game keeps on getting more and more tense as the seconds tick by. Both teams are getting close to scoring. We saw Rennie made a slightly lucky save there. He kind of flipped into it, so I'll say he meant that, but he was in the right place at the right time. So eMonkey's very, very close to taking this to a three-game series. But wow, 3 minutes of this overtime. This is a close one.
Yeah, we'll have to ask the old scribes here at Rewind what is the longest overtime they have had, because at the moment it is looking like no goal is going to be scored anytime soon, and these guys are just going to be hitting it back and forth, keep on having cracks, but the defense is just going to hold against each other. 1-1, 3 minutes 30 into overtime now. The ball is down the eMonkey's end. iMonk is up in the air, has the crack. It's a little bit high, and Celine is able to take it to the corner.
Yeah, good backboard defense. Good backboard defense there from Stadium. Apparently, we've had a 7-minute overtime. They could be in the running for this. Both teams look defensively so good right now. And I think it's either going to be a major mistake from one of the teams that ends it, or a demo or a bump play, because at the moment, just normal rotations of shooting doesn't look like either teams are going to crack, because they are defensively and mechanically really sound.
If we do get a longer than 7-minute overtime, I'll be asking Bucket and Poison. Oh no. My God! That break by Celine! I've just stopped my conversation there. It does not matter. Celine, what a pop! And then follows through in the air, uses every last ounce of boost he has, gets it on past. 4 minutes 13 it took. I mean, even longer considering how long the whole game went without a goal there. eMonkeys get game 2. We're going to a game 3. Turtle Esports has to snap on back.
Oh my God. What an end to an incredible long game. That shot was beautiful. To pop it and then realise, I've just about got enough boost. Let's follow it and try and score. And score he did. He's brought it back to a third game. Now eMonkeys could take this entire thing. But wow, could have been the longest overtime we've had so far. But it was still a very, very good game.
Game 3 here. And really, we have no idea which way it's going to go. There is no script on this. Me and Scott have been taking our improv classes, and I'm hoping it's, helped us here, because game 3 in round 3, that is the quarter-finals. And Turtle Esport and eMonkeys look to be going the whole way. I would not be surprised if we got another overtime. Would that make it 3-for-3 on overtimes between these two?
I think so. They've been evenly matched at just every point of the game. It's really impressive. Like, when Turtle Esports have lots of pressure, eMonkeys deal with it. They're incredible in defense, and they eventually break through. It's just both teams seem to have an answer for every question the other team throws at them, and that's what's giving us this incredible series. And It's a shame that one of these teams is going to have to go, because both teams are in the running to win the entire thing, but they've got to end one of them's got to end their run here.
The ball is there for Rennie to pick on up. Gets knocked over to the other side. Vano has got it into the corner, but not well enough as the Mensa has fallen him down. Trying to get the back passes now. Monk has picked it on up. He's got a nice run going. It was out wide. Celine just able to get a touch on it to clear it away. Going back down to the Total Esports side. You can see them there. Got a demo out from Rennie onto Celine. That is going to just hurt the attack a little bit. Alan keeping this pressure going, trying to get Celine back in time so that their defense is not hurt here. The Mensa going all the way across. That's a powerful hit. Monk to the backboard. Vano knocking it across. It's just going wide. Celine knocking it away. Monk putting it back into the center. And look at this. So much pressure play coming out from both sides.
Yeah, we saw in the last challenge, Monk looked like he should be going back, but he just does a really, really quick drift turn and managed to get the chance to keep up the pressure. And that seems to be his strong point, is keeping up pressure and turning and challenging when the other team doesn't expect it. And it sometimes does throw off E-Monkeys, and it seems to be how Turtle Esports are getting a lot of their goals. So if they can keep doing that, they might get the first goal here.
Rennie getting beaten to it by Celine. The Mensa now has got it up the wall. It is in the corner. Vano gets to it first, knocks it on around the Mensa with the back pass to Alan. Alan not getting a good hit. Monk there, nearly getting it. But Celine gets there first. This is what it is all coming down to. The defense is just quicker than the attack. So the offense just not being able to score those goals.
What we're seeing here looks a lot like the overtime we just witnessed. Both teams looking like either one of them can score. None of them look overly dominant over the other one. And no one scored yet. It's just like the overtime. But who's going to score first? Will it be E-Monkeys again, like it was in the overtime? Or will Turtle Esports say, no, we want to win this entire tournament. We want to get another win. We've done it before, we'll do it again.
There is one thing that is just, scaring me a little bit on the attack of both these two sides. And that is when they get down to their opponent's goal, they're not having that accuracy on target. They've got to start working it out, because if you're just hitting the ball with all your power, you may get it on in, but really, when you're going up at a team that are so sound on defense like you are, you're not going to be able to put it on pass them. They need to start getting those team plays going. That is a good pass upfield by Monk, but I was expecting Rennie Rentler to be on the end of it, and unfortunately not. He had to go all the way back. These two teams are just playing way too defensively for my liking.
Yeah, you said it yourself that I think pass and plays is what both teams are missing right now. That's just what they need, the missing piece of the puzzle. That is another way of completely throwing off a defense, because if a defender sees you with the ball, they tend to expect you're going to try and do something, a flick, some kind of weird, wonderful play. But if you can get a speedy pass and play, you can get past some of the best defenders.
Oh, upset alert here as well in the other quarterfinal. Get Mixed have been beaten by DE Sebadell Esport. That is the Spanish side taking on down the opponents. It was a 2-1 game. Namon Divex and Lorty being taken down by Mark Bay, Nichitao, and Nine. Was not expecting that Spanish team to come in out strong tonight.
Could that be an omen there for E-Monkeys to win this?
That'd be quite cool as well. And also, a semi-final that is all Spanish. Yeah. So that a Spanish team would be going on through to the finals. That is something. These players, I don't know what it is about Spanish teams, but they literally are just Spanish teams. You're not getting them mixing with any other countries. They stick to themselves, and they have a great work ethic to really love this game and get better at it.
Definitely. They seem to have a passion. And I guess if they stick to themselves a lot, they start to know every sort of good Spanish player that can have synergy with anyone in the sort of Spanish scene. So I'm sure these E-Monkeys guys, they've got decent chemistry. But we might have a 0-0 overtime now.
Oh, Vano, get blocked on out! Oh, the 0-0 overtime is looking to come. There it is.
Oh my god.
Oh.
This is too much.
So that is 5 minutes gone without a single goal. Rennie Rentler, could he get the quick goal? Fortunately not. Demensa's going to beat iMonk. That is going goalwards. Vano getting away. Alan on the end of it, keeping this pressure going. Needed to pop that into the center. Demensa was ready. Randy Rentler getting that pass to the fence. Alan cutting on in. iMonk, he's going to try put us in the center here. This is dangerous, but Alan puts it away. Vano keeping this pressure going. Like I said, they've got no one there really to receive a pass. If you're just hitting it down and keeping the pressure in your opponent's side, yeah, you might keep chipping away at that wall, but really, you're using a tiny little pickaxe on a ginormous wall.
Yeah, good analogy, by the way. But yeah, it's true. They seem to never throw two players up there. It's always one person who'll try something and keep pressure on and keep pressure on. And they are good at keeping the pressure on, I'll give them that. But they need someone to back up the player up there, putting the pressure on. Because there's been a few times where I think if someone was there and committed, and the pass was a little bit, well, it wasn't a shot and was more of a pass, they could 100% be in the lead here. But they just, maybe they'll do it now, but it doesn't seem likely. Nothing's changing for Turtle Esport.
iMonk dropping the ball. It could be disastrous. Celine is up in the air, going to try and drop that one down, but Vano reads it good. Backboard defending from the lad. Going off to the corner. Demensa's got to be careful. Kicks it on out and gets the second block against Rennie. iMonk trying to get someone around. Like we were saying, no one in the center picked that on up. So now E-Monkeys have got it. You know, it's just there. So they hand it on over pretty quickly. iMonk not in a good position. Alan knocks it off to the side.
That would have shut me up about passing plays, because that pass from Vano.
This is the passing play though. Look at that. It is on the edge. E-Monkeys are going on through the reverse sweep essentially. And that is all it took. Passing plays. We had said it, I think about 15 minutes ago, Scott. And it took them a little while, but they caught on finally.
Yeah, for a minute, I thought Vano had that save. That put me on edge. If he'd have made that save, that would have been the clutchest save I've ever seen. But I think towards the end, E-Monkeys deserve that. We will have an all-Spanish semi-final, which is impressive.
And a guaranteed Spanish team in the finals now.
Which is nice.
Oof. That is something else. But guys, we're going to be taking it to a quick break. I can already see that we have the teams ready. We're going to go back to SAS versus Hinks. We saw SAS earlier, Rich Rondo, Speed, Burrito B. Hopefully they're looking a little bit better now. Hinks, that shot, Psycho, and Sakaku will be sure to give you a little bit of a rundown about them after the break. But in the meantime, don't go anywhere unless it is just, get yourself a little glass of water, because you're going to be needing it, because this is going to be a long series again. We'll see you soon.
I love you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, sorry. See, that felt real to me. Did it feel more real when you did it with me and when you did it with him?
Well, I did it more times with you.
Not everyone loves music.
I know. What exactly does your father do?
He's a composer.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's my lover.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's Rewind Gaming 3v3 Cup. It is the 32nd one. I'm Digital Bacon, and I am joined once again by Scott G. And Scott, we're on to the semis, buddy.
Yeah, I know. It's starting to get closer and closer to this final. Both teams are going to start to feel a little bit more pressure because they know, oh, well, if I win this, now I'm in the finals. They've progressed through the tournament enough to think, well, I'm in a running for this. So there's a lot more on each game, and they've got to be feeling either pumped or nervous or both. But we'll see how each team performs as we get into this game.
Okay, so those two teams are SAS going up against Hinks, and these are two good teams. Rix Ronde, Speed and Brio B for SAS, and on Hinks you have Shots, Psycho, and Sakaku. Loving those names, loving these lads. They just keep coming time and time again to Rewind. They are starting to earn their stripes. It's expected to be a good one. This can go either which way whatsoever, but Scott, my prediction here is for Sass to take it.
I'm gonna have to join you on that prediction because I know Shots is a decent player, but I don't know much about Psycho or Sakaku. So they might be unknown but really good, or they might not be. So I'm gonna go with the safe bet as well with you, Sass.
So what we're thinking there, Sass going on through the finals, and then, you know, they've only got to go up against either E-Monkeys or Sebadell Esports or CE Sebadell. What's the CE for? Something I don't know. I don't know my Spanish. I never took it at school. I took French. God darn it.
I got an A in Spanish GCSE, but I've probably forgotten all of it by now. I do have a sister that lives in Spain, so I should know Spanish a bit better. But no, you'd think wrong.
Yep. And just looking at that in chat, is Super Hot but get through? No, they're not. They got knocked out in round 2 by winner Chicken Dinner, 2-1, and then winner Chicken Dinner got knocked out 2-0 by this sassy squad. So they've proven that they're good enough. We've said it. We're expecting them to go on through to the finals, and they're my pick tonight to win it. They've got to prove it, though. They're probably there just waiting to get onto the pitch. They'll be on any second. You know, they're in the dugouts at the moment. They're there just ready to get on. They're going to do their little walk on, and that's it. Burrito B, Rix Ronde, Speeder there. Psycho, Sakagu, and Shots have just followed them closely behind. These lads are now just waiting for the countdown. This is going to be a series to remember if that last one wasn't. The ball's up near Saku. He's got a chance for an early goal, but Burrito B denies it.
Yeah, he was quick up. He recognised the threat there. It's sometimes hard to defend kickoff goals. Rix Ronde goes something spectacular, but yeah, sometimes it's hard to defend kickoff goals because you don't expect them, especially in threes. But Burrito recognised the danger and was up super quickly there.
Ball is dangerous down towards the Hinks side, but that was a clutch save. Saku clearing away to the side. This is what I'm saying. Get that away to the side. Unfortunately, Burrito B was there. But look at this. They're taking a bit more time to get on the end of it and create that, pressure back into your goal. Rix Ronde getting it to the wall. He's now got options. He passes it up to Burrito B, but Psycho was just there ready. He was able to read that play like a book.
Yep. Both teams are looking quite fast right now. They look like they want to get the first goal, but they're also not throwing too much at it. They're sort of a bit hesitant, feeling out what each other team's play styles are like, what they sort of do, if they look for pass and plays or extremely aggressive, etc. So I'm sure we'll see a goal coming soon now, a minute's passed.
Burrito B with the block. Shots is going to try and finish it off. Unfortunately couldn't. Burrito B again, unfortunately, put it up in front of his goal. Rix Ronde there, putting his team in his little old backpack, getting that on out. This lad is known to carry, but fortunately for him today, Burrito B and Speed, they've been putting in the work to make that load as light as can be.
Definitely. We've talked about Speed earlier in the broadcast. He's an incredible player and he keeps getting better and better, but what's happened here? There's like a mistaken rotation coming out there from Sass. I don't really know what happened. That's not like them. They're usually a solid team as a team.
Yeah, no one expecting that shot from Saku. I think it was Rix was going out for boost. Speed coming up front, right on over Speed, and Rix was so far out they couldn't get to it. Could we see a response goal though? Into the center. This is dangerous. Shots there, sending it a whole way. Speed knocking it to the backboard. Rix has to send it off to the wall. Sakaku keeping this pressure going. The ball is not dead. This could be dangerous now, as Sass have to really get it on away.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. That's the quick reply. Never mind.
That is the reply. Rix, he is known for that backpack. When push comes to shove, he will take the weight of his team on his shoulders, put that on through. He's equalized on out, and he's just saying, don't worry, boys, I got you.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was actually anyone back there for Hinks, and a little bit similar to Sass's first goal, that the other team's rotations have fallen apart a little bit to the point where there was no one imminently back to make the save. So maybe that's going to be a common theme throughout this series, that a lot of the goals just come from rotational mistakes from the other team.
Good clearing it on out. He's got to buy his team side here. They are all on 0 literally all on zero. You do not see that often, and here it is costing them that last second save from Saku, just doing the double jump to get up into the air for it. But again, he's on nothing. The whole team are just so starved. Speed, Burrito B, they are just taking all the food and leaving their opponents there hungry.
And getting demos while they're at it, because why not? This has really put salt in the wound there. But yeah, they're boost starving so well. Sakaku did incredible to get the no boost save there. I really didn't think he was going to get that, but he double jumped at the perfect time. But it looks like SAS have got the good tactic of boost stealing and putting their opponent on the back foot. And I'm surprised they didn't capitalize on that opportunity, because I know they're a really good team.
Yeah, it's Hinks are looking very calm here. They're not panicking, which they need to keep on up. They are always so low on boost. They still are. Shots and Psycho have nothing, and Sakaku has just used all of his to get upfield. He's now going for his opponent's boost, and that is it. You've got to break the cycle. Otherwise, it's just going to keep piling up, and SAS will break on through and just defeat you. This is so harsh, SAS. For Hinks, sorry.
Yeah, as you said, like it's quite hard to break out of the boost trap once you're in it. Once the offending team gets momentum on stealing boosts, it's really hard to actually get boosts, and it almost tilts you a little bit when you know they keep on stealing boosts right before you can get it, and they really need to start pushing out and getting those boosts and then getting the ball out with them.
Psycho got a big clear. Can Shots finish it on off? No, Rix gets up in the air, defend that out. Burrito B with a long hit. Saku knocking it to the corner. Speed's coming on in. That was a bullet of a shot. The block getting pushed out to Rix, and Rix getting the second goal of the game, finishing it off. That could be it. That could be the game point.
Yeah, well, we've got to give credit to Speed there. That shot was, in the name, extremely speedy. That was a bullet, as you put it. Incredibly hard shot to save from Psycho. He was lucky that it was at him, to be honest. That was very close to just, if it was a bit higher, maybe a bit more to the left, that would have been a goal in its own right. But Psycho did not have time to react to that and put it to the side or anything. He just had to hit it to stop it from going in. Of course, Rix Ronde, very smart player, positionally, mechanically. He was there, he could capitalise, and it looks like this will be the final goal of this game.
Yeah, we are down to the 0-second mark. As soon as this ball touches the ground, just like that, SAS have got the game. That is it. They are 1 out of 2 to, securing the way to the finals. It is still best of 3s here in the semis. The finals is the only series which goes to the best of 5. And Rix Ronde, Speed, and Burrito, they are really fighting here. But Hinks, we have to give him so much credit to be able to handle this boost stealing strat that is coming out from SAS. They are doing phenomenally.
Yeah, definitely. Their defense, despite being on phenomenally low boost, was impressive. That's not easy to do. But then you've got to look at shots, not the player, the statistic. SAS had, as a team, had 4 times more shots than Hinks. And overall, I think that's what won it the game. And did the server just go down for maintenance?
Server went down for maintenance.
Great
I was wondering
timing.
when that was happening tonight. Every
Always
single Saturday, it happens. It is, I don't know what to call it, the rewind curse maybe, but it's just at this time on a Saturday night, servers always go down for maintenance, so we're going to have to quickly remake the lobby. But let's little pick it apart, Scott. How are SAS just stealing all the boost? How are they just getting to it before the defense of Hinks can?
Well, it's a weird one. You don't actually often see this sort of utter boost dominance in 3s. You see it a lot in 1s, definitely, and occasionally in 2s, but not so often in 3s. And it seems like when they rotate, they don't go back all the way. They try and get the opponent's boost, their corner boost, so they can stay on attack. So it's like they're only rotating in their opponent's half, which means they get a lot of pressure and a lot of boost. And it means if anyone on Hinks can get a hard clear, they've got more boost, so they can be faster to the ball, and then put it on offense. So it is impressive for them to have that boost dominance, because that's not easy to do in 3s. To keep track on all 3 players and keep their boost is 1.5 feet.
So I'm just thinking here, Hinks have such a tall order to come back into it. These lads are all on the All the Rage squad. They have been playing together for so long. And for me, the amount of just how they're able to keep calm and keep on plugging on through is just outstanding. When you're getting boost starved, it is so hard to get into the fence and block every ball because they're coming so fast and you're so slow. And here, they're just able to keep calm and make it look like, they don't have anything going against them. They just look like they're a defensive team and they're just waiting for that counter. But no, they're just taking what is going against them and really playing with it. And it's just a feat. This is almost a series we could have expected in the final, Scott.
Yeah, definitely. This would be one hell of a final game, but it's the main thing Hinks need to do going into this game is not let the boost dominance happen in a second game, because that was their main thing that lost them that game, honestly. It was a close game if you just look at the score, 2-1, but the amount of offensive pressure that SAS put on was immense, but that was only because of their boost dominance. So if Hinks can consciously think, wow, that game we had no boost, we need to get on that and consciously think about that and communicate that as a team, they could do well here and they could win this and take this to game 3, honestly.
Yeah. All Hinks have to do is just get that boost and then suddenly work out a team play to go on around the SAS defense. Remember, these guys, they do play together every now and then, They're just the typical EU pickup team. Now, what pickup teams are, for everyone at home that don't know, it's just when, you get a couple of mates together, generally in the EU scene, where all the pros or the semi-pros, the high-level players, all like playing together. They've all, they've got their Steam friends list maxed on out. And they just there go, oh, we've got Rewind coming up on Saturday night. Who's down for playing? Rick's Ronde, Speed, Bria B, they get together. They don't have an official team together, but they are so good at the basics that they know how to just rotate very effectively. You can see tonight they are really going for that boost starving strategy, and it is working for them.
Just a quick note. This isn't very professional, but when I'm joining, it says game server is full. That's why we're not going anywhere, by the way.
We're having a couple of technical issues going on in the background. Is it going to be a classic old case of hashtag blame bucket? I don't know.
Always blame bucket. Or blame poison because he's not here.
Having a little look at chat. Guys, who do you think are going to win this series? Nay, who do you think is going to win tonight? Of course, you have seen already 3 of the contenders. The only team we have not seen is CE, Savadell Esports. Maybe you guys at home have a bit more knowledge on them than we do. But for this game anyway, do you think that Hinks or All the Rage, whatever they want to go by tonight, do you think they're going to be able to come on back in? That game was insanely close, 2-1 goals. I know we have a lot of Rick's Ronde fanboys out there, so I think I can see what my answer is going to be.
But just the fact that they kept it to a 1-goal game with the amount of pressure SAS has gives me hope that the Hinks boys can do it and take this to another 3-game series and give us a really close semi-final. I'm hopeful.
Not, there we go. The fanboys and the aggravated face. Love it. Remember, guys, just in this little break, why don't you, hop on over to Twitter, drop the little follow there, join us in Discord. You'll be able to see us sitting in the casting booth down here. Drop the follow on the Twitch page. Make sure you go on over to Matcherino. We cannot plug Matcherino enough. I'm literally just going to type this in chat now. You get a free $1 donation code. All you got to do is put that into the website, link it with Steam, your Twitch account. It just does that. Connect with Twitch. It does that instantly. Oh, you're connected because, I don't know, internet is wonderful. And it helps us so much. These tournaments are entirely funded by you guys there at home with your donations, and especially these free $1 Matcherino donations. Without you guys, this tournament would not be functioning. These players would not have money to fight for. You wouldn't have a stream to watch. So, help us, help you. I think that's the saying, isn't it?
That's a nice way of putting it, exactly. You can go over and give a free $1. That's the main thing, it's free. And that keeps us all going. That keeps
Cost you
everyone
10
here.
seconds, that's it.
Exactly. And
But
money is
we
high.
are in game 2 here. Sass up against Hinks Boys. I love the rename there. Actually, it's a lot nicer to look at. Sakuku going up against Rix Ronde, and Rix got off to the side, but Psycho was so hot onto that after the kickoff.
Yeah, and they need to be hot onto it because, as we've said time and time again in that break, they do not want to let Sass get the pressure they had going in the first game. Because once they get the pressure, it seems like it's hard to break out of the pressure for Hinks. So they need to play fast, play aggressively coming out into the second game here.
I was just counting the number of times you said pressure there. I loved it.
Yeah.
But it is true. The amount of pressure, we're just going to keep banging on about, because that is the playstyle of Sass. Like, they're just going to take all the boost and make sure they have complete control of the ball. Just keep hammering away at their opponent's net. Just wait for that little crack to show, and they're going to put it right on up in there. These guys are absolute masterclass players. I mean, Rick's showing us. Oh, and I was going to say Rick's showing us there with a season 3 contender, but Speed, he is the lad we have picked as a watch out for. He is insane. What a flick.
Oh my God. A perfect time to do a flick right after you say these players are masterclass. Speed has proven himself as a masterful player. He obviously plays wands. That is such a hard flick to master, and to flick it top corner, the unsavable flick, incredible from Speed. That's just what they needed to win this and go on to the final. That'll set them up with good momentum. And Speed is finally popping off a little bit, proving at the start of this very tournament we talked about how good we think Speed is and how we think he's an improving player. I think you even said we're expecting next season to see him in RLRS if he keeps on grinding. And at the moment, he's proving to us why we should be expecting that.
Psycho knocking it up high into the sky. Speed picking it on up. He is the man of the hour now, because we keep bigging him up. He's just got to prove it. Rick's trying to take back all that glory. Unfortunately, keeps one a goal and actually gets demoed for it. Ball is moving down to the Sass side. Rick's backline defense is strong from him. He was, no lie, on the line, only his nose touching it on the opposite side. And he saves the day there.
And a near own goal coming out there from Hinks, but it just about was off target. So they would not have done well dealing with that, because an own goal in the second game when you're already a game down in the series, it's just not what you want. You need a goal, you need to equalise. So they'll be thankful that was just off target.
Burrito B, that is a big hit. It's off the backboard, shots knocking it out wide. Rick's trying to keep it in the mix. Fortunately can't. Shots sends it all the way. Good thing that Burrito B was there up on the backboard. Does a big clear. It is just now turned into a bit of ping pong. But I'm going to tell you now, Scott, I think we're going to see a goal any time now.
I would agree. It looks like both teams are knocking on the door. They're getting closer and closer to a goal. But the question is, who's going to be scoring it?
Sass are up again. Look at Riggs trying to get across, but Psycho knocks on out. Burrito B going a little too high. These guys, they're just so close to being that absolute perfection that we want to see from them, but unfortunately not. The demo's coming out now from shots onto Rix Ronde. I said it earlier, how demos, if they are implemented into the game, they absolutely remove an attack or defense and create openings or destroy build-ups. You just got to remember that, but unfortunately, be careful that you do not overexert yourself and, make a little mistake.
Yeah, demos, as you said, great play, but they do come with great risk because you overextend yourself. And as what it comes with the fact that if you succeed in, or at least bump someone, you completely throw off the other team's rotation and can open up a nice goal, but it throws you slightly out of your rotation. So it's risky, but it's also a great play when you've got two high-level teams that are both solid in defense. that can be the only way to break through that defense by just completely taking someone out of net.
Ball is up high in the air. Rix is going to try passing this out to Bria B, but Bria B is not quick enough. Shots Islo, saves out of the way, and there's the bump we were talking about. Speed gets the goal, but let's just say now that was all Burrito B's work.
Oh, 100%. He started. Rick's Ronde saying report Burrito. Agreed. No.
I think it's
What
only
on?
quick chat that the guys at home can see, not the full text chat, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm loving the amount of banter coming out from these two sides.
Yeah, that's what you like to see. No toxicity, just a little bit of friendly banter. I'm sure most of these guys know of each other, maybe even have each other on their friends list. Or they're just feeling the tournament spirits and are being nice and positive and happy.
Yeah, that is what community tournaments are all about. Making friends, having fun, and, well, for these guys anyway, it is about getting to that $45. We'll have a little bit of look at Matcherino a bit later to see what we're currently at. But at the moment, 2-0 to SAS. It's looking like it's going to be 2 games to 0 to them as well. And they're going to be going on into the finals. SAS are really making a name for themselves as a team tonight.
Yeah, in the first series we saw of them, they didn't look outstanding. They looked solid, but not outstanding. But in that series we just saw, they looked really impressive, and they look like they are definitely in contender for just the overall title here and the money, as you mentioned. So they are looking good, and they've just come off a very good game. We'll see how they'll do in the final now.
Yeah, just going to have a quick look over at Matcherino, like I said. And guys, on Matcherino, you can put little comments in. We're going to, after this little break, we're going to read out all the comments and, you know, have a little bit of fun with that. I can see already Fusion. I didn't have a choice. They didn't even ask for the content. Clover saying, Lego lads, wanting Gonfo and his washed up lads to get the win. Unfortunately, they are not there. Scott, of course, saying, who's that handsome color caster? I don't honestly know, Scott.
I don't know
There's
either.
not
He's
one here.
very handsome.
But yeah, guys, make sure you head on over to Matcherino. Like I said, after the break, we'll be reading out your donation comments. So let's have a little bit of fun with it. We'll see you in a few moments. It's going to be a little bit of a break, unfortunately, so we might come on back in. As the E-Monkeys and CE Sebadell game is only 10 minutes in, so they're only in the second game, essentially. It could go to 3.
Little something about freedom. Hey yo, Red grown and falling like summer leaves in autumn, caught in talking, but I ain't even trying to move this morning. Sporting words of all assortments out to prove that I ain't courting you. But who's the fool but me, the fool who hoards the sky's daughters, boards aurorias like they're mine to cruise, and fools for loose quarters. Loose sorted like the doors I've once haunted, locked boarded, freedom feeding like chocolate in a corset. Warmest solar kisses, misses this my missing order. Said I hope the sky's freckles and just wonder how I met you. Special like some petals hung on tied to the celestial. We be heckled, but I get you, so we get through with no stress. Except the one of how I met you and the fouls I ain't slept through. Stressing that I left you back where everyone forgets you. Heard you sneeze, so I said bless you, blessing me. Although I'm 10 true self-assassin in the game with maze and mind, yet I'd be lying if I said I never ever wondered how I get through. But I wondered and I met you, traveling, babbling carols. I said I met you, traveling, babbling carols. I said I met you, traveling, babbling carols. I said I met you, traveling.
So seductive. Whoa.
And we are back, guys, for the grand finals, nay, the grandest finals of tonight's Rewind Gaming $45 3v3 weekly. We have got SAS going up against E-Monkeys. My name is Digital Bacon, and once again, I am joined by Scott. And Scott, how good does it feel to get to this point where we can see which these teams are going to be our champions?
Oh, it feels good, man. I couldn't have predicted who was going to be in the finals from the start. I would have said SAS were in the running for it, but E-Monkeys came through and put on a display to make it to the grand finals, and they're representing their home nation of Spain. They're going to want to take the cake here, and we'll see if they can do it. It'll be interesting, but SAS have looked really strong, and we know all three of the players, and we know how good they are. We've mentioned Rix Ronde. You've called him a carry a couple of times. We know Speed, incredibly fast, incredibly good. And there's no need to discount Burrito because he is a solid all-round player. But E-Monkeys, less of us know them. Personally, I didn't know them coming into this tournament. They're making a name for themselves now. If there was ever a time to put their mark on the overall EU scene, it could be tonight.
Yeah, we're expecting some big stuff from SAS, and E-Monkeys, well, they could just snipe it away. Before the break, I said that we were going to read out a couple of the donations here on stream. Got one from Toiba, just making sure that Rix won't have to live on the streets tonight. That is, don't get me wrong, one, that is kindness, and two, that is a lot of confidence in your boy, Rix Ronde, who... Oof, he is looking to take it. Again, winning PRL earlier on today, and then come over here. If he goes 2 for 2 in the same day, I will be outstanding. That is absolute amazing form.
So impressive.
And then, of course, Bosler, our resident broadcaster here. I like this one. She said, take off your jacket. I said, man's not hot.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I love that from
We're
Boss.
starting off strong.
But let's have another little look at the teams here. Like I said, we've got SAS and E-Monkey, but who, comprises them up? Well, SAS, that is Rix Ronde, the captain himself, Speed, and Burrito B. Again, all these guys coming from different teams, forming together for tonight. But these are some absolutely outstanding players who, you know, like we're saying, are on that RLRS level, and they're going to be pushing for that next season. E-Monkeys, however, the secretive Spaniards, I want to say, Alan, Celine, and Demenza, really coming out of nowhere. E-Monkeys are a name you do hear about, but you don't see much of them because, like we're saying, the Spanish scene for Rocket League is a bit weird in how it's secluded off on its own. You don't really get them coming over. It's a bit like we were talking about Rocket Baguette earlier on. I think it might have been over on PRL. I can't remember quite right.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it.
No, the whole day is merging into one here, Scott.
Yeah, for you, definitely. Yeah.
But yeah, I was talking earlier on, and how, again, they get a lot of French teams that sign up, but don't sign up over here on Rewind or for PRL. So it's that case of they're starting to come out of their shell a bit and come, you know, show us, the rest of Europe, what they've got. And I mean, I'm going to have to start wearing that Cromulon topper just for that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when the League of Rockets did the World Cup, and you suddenly saw all the Spanish players creeping up and complaining on Twitter that they weren't in the World Cup. I think maybe now they're thinking we need to show these people that, yeah, we should be in those kind of tournaments, and we should be recognized as a tournament that can do good things.
Yeah, that is exactly it. If no one knows about the good Spanish players, they're not going to put them up for the stuff like the Rockets World Cup. But like you said, they're completely coming through. E-Hawkers being the massive case for it. I remember back in the early days of Rocket League, there was Valencia FC, which was De Boer, who was an old start vet. I loved the lad, but he just completely dropped off. And it was a case of he took Rocket League as a sort of a bit of... he took it for granted because he came over from SARP. Of course, everyone in Season 1, you can see it, had massive advantage to the SARP vets because they essentially had, you know, a good few hundred hours already clocked in the game. And here, the physics engine was a little bit different, but it was easy to adapt to. I remember, like, back in the original SARP, I think I only ever scored in about the 500 hours about 3 aerial goals. And then coming over here, it took me about 2 weeks, and then suddenly they're like, oh, why could I not do this before?
I can't share the same experiences since I've started playing Rocket League like a year and a half late, but here I am. I caught up. I've got like about 2,000 hours now, but yeah, I didn't know SARB existed.
A year and a half. Wait. A year and a half late, and you've got 2,000 hours. Do you just not sleep, Scott?
Well, there was a time where I was like, I want to go pro, and I decided against it because that takes a lot of effort. But I did put in, at one point, I think in 1-2 week break, I put in like 10 hours a day. But all I got from that is a massive amount of respect for the pros who put in those hours consistently.
May have to challenge you to a game afterwards, buddy, because I don't even think I've got 1,500 hours in, and yeah, I'm just sitting there a diamond free.
Well, I was an Xbox scrub back in the day, so not all my hours on PC. So I've got about like 700 hours on Xbox, maybe six.
But anyway, both E-Monkeys and SAS, they've got to be itching to play here. You can see them; they're just waiting there in the spectating bit, just like us. Speedy's quick to it. He's got on him. Rix has just had a little bit of meltdown, joined E-Monkeys, a bit of a midlife crisis maybe for him. But he's got back onto the SAS side. Countdown any second here. And Scott, who do you think's going to take it away tonight?
Honestly, I've got to give it to SAS. Like, Rix Ronde, Speed Burrito, they've just played, apart from the first series where they're a little bit iffy, since then, they've played so well. If they can keep that up, they're going to take it. But I think it's going to be close. I think it could be a 3-2, 3-1 game to them.
3-2, 3-1. Exactly. The big difference here is now we are at a best of 5, ladies and gents, at home. So, just before I can finish that off, Rix gets the first goal, 26 seconds in, off of that backboard hit. Look at that. 2 men up in the air, big double commit. And Rix knows when to really punish those situations.
Yep, it would help if E-Monkeys didn't pass it to SAS, but they were in a tough spot, I guess. A quick goal there, exactly 30 seconds that took for SAS to score. That's going to put them on the front foot, and it looks like they're keeping up the pressure already.
Yeah, E-Monkeys, earlier on tonight, we saw that they just could not get their shots on target against a side like Sass here with Rich Ronde, Speed, and Bree B. These guys know what they're doing. They can stick to their rotations and the fundamental basics of Rocket League. So that playstyle is absolutely going to get punished, and I can see this all going Sass. But they're putting up a good fight here. They're keeping that pressure E-Monkeys onto Sass, which, of course, Sass themselves, we saw it earlier, were playing a very high-pressure gameplay. Maybe, but they've got enough in them, Scott, to near enough go against that and just come up with a new style, a new strategy. All it takes is Rick's go, all right, lads, let's just go for counters, and all the players on the Sass side will know what to do.
Yeah, definitely. They're experienced. They're incredible players. We've sang their praises all day today, and they're showing us why we're doing that with just a great play from Speed.
The one lad I think we've sung praise for the most here, really showing up. Absolutely, like, what's it? Demensa there had sort of read it and then questioned himself, pulled off thinking that Speed was going to go left, but no, Speed, you know, he hit hard and true, knew what he wanted to do, and got it past Demensa there. 2-0 at the moment to the Sass side.
Speed is that good, he makes you question your existence and everything you're doing.
Speed now knocking it into the center. Allen with a hit to the backboard. He's got Salen coming following through. Rich Ronde clears it away though. Speed, he is on the ball but cannot keep control of it. So Demensa is clearing that away. This is a nice looking counter coming out from E-Monkeys. Allen, he's gone wide. This is the accuracy problem we were talking about earlier. They have to hit that nail on the head, get that tightened up. Otherwise, they will have no hope in hell tonight against this Sass side.
Yep, they need to start getting a goal quick because Sass are starting to settle into these finals and this game here, and that's not something you want to let happen because we've seen once Sass get the pressure, they don't seem to stop. They're relentless. So E-Monkeys need to do something, and they need to do it quick.
Burrito B getting the block, knocking it down. Selen having to readjust himself last second. Demensa just trying to buy a bit of time. Speed off to the side. Selen making it way forward. Rick's getting a bit manhandled there by Demensa. Not a bad maneuver from him. Allen clearing again, but this is the problem. It just looks like E-Monkeys cannot connect up with each other as well.
Yeah, we've seen them have good chemistry in past games, but right now it's just not shining through at all, and maybe it's the fault of Sass and their constant challenges and pressure, but they need to start connecting and interlinking.
Look at the score sheet from Sass at the moment after this goal. Everyone on 1 goal, everyone on 2 shots. This team is just such a well-oiled machine. I was saying earlier about their rotations, and that is purely because not one single person is a striker. Not one single person is defender. They're all doing the same job, and we saw it last season with RLCS, how it worked so blooming well for the leftovers. And here is just that same pick-up team mentality in how stick to the basics, you will be so strong in your core.
Definitely. It's always a good strategy to think all 3 of us will defend, all 3 of us will attack. As long as we keep good rotation, it does work. You don't always need to delegate a 3rd man who tends to be back most of the time. And we're seeing it work because all of them have got, well, not all of them have got saves, but most of them have done something. All of them have done something on defense. All of them have got shots. All of them have got goals, and it's working. They haven't really looked like anything's been. There haven't been any mistakes from them coming out here. They haven't really let E-Monkeys do much and get many threatening shots off.
Yeah, I was going to say that just a minute ago, Sass, all 3 members were up in the first quarter of the E-Monkeys defense. They were really pushed fast forward, but there was no sort of threat against them. They had no reason to go back because E-Monkeys were all clustered together and looked like they could not break out at all. It's a lot of confidence coming out from Sass, and that was an interesting maneuver there against the wall.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know what Rich Ronde was doing, but he got bumped by his teammate and then decided to stop moving. Then eventually got demoed by an enemy. So I don't know what he was doing. He's not moving. Maybe he's
Oh, he knows he's won. That is
he
it.
knows he's won, and maybe he's given his teammate a stern talking to for bumping him. as the captain.
I would love that. All right, lad, listen here. You bump me, and you're not getting the prize money. That's all mine. This is Rick's. He's trying to do the carry today, but Burrito B and Speed are putting in the work. I mean, Rick's Ronde is known. His team that he normally puts together is Rick's Ron carry, but here you can see they've got, like I was saying earlier, such a well-oiled machine where everyone is doing their part. There is not one single member that is shining above the others because they're all just absolutely outstanding. E-Monkeys, they do need to just crack them down the head, get those team plays going, and just get the ball out of their defense, because at the moment it is looking like one-way traffic.
Yeah, 100%. The rotations from SAS were just perfect, honestly. That was a sublime lesson in how to rotate in threes. If like watching that back, you'll see that's exactly what you need to do to rotate in threes perfectly. But E-Monkeys really just need to be a little bit faster, get some passive plays around that rotation, and go for demos and bumps and stuff to break up that rotation. And if they can do that, they can bring it back to a 1-1 series.
Yeah, just saying that. Other strats you could do, instead of going faster, you can slow the game down. Keep the ball to yourself. Go for those dribbles. Just keeping the ball to yourself and then passing out between your players. The big key thing here, though, is the passing. E-Monkeys are not doing that. They're just doing a big hit downfield and just hoping that someone's able to get on the end. Speed here with the mind games. He's popped it. Ricks goes out wide. Burrito B is up the wall. You can expect him to be trying to do something here. Unfortunately, Demensa is able to get on the end of it. Stops that out, but Speed taking it off the backboard, just moving it downfield. Ricks picking that up. And Mensa putting it into the middle for Allen to pick on up. That is off the backboard. No one really capitalized on it. And Ricks is able to knock this out to the side. It is not away from the SAS goal, though. Got to be careful here, as E-Monkeys are starting to look to just get their rotations in order and connect up.
Yeah, I would have liked to see someone from E-Monkeys capitalize on that first opportunity where sort of bouncing in front of the net. So that could have easily turned into a goal, or at least a tough save from SAS. And considering they're already a game down in the series, and we know what SAS can do, they should have had someone there to at least try and capitalize on it.
Burrito B knocking the ball up into the air. Good pass from Rick's Rondo over the Speed. Speed's decided to take it to the corner, buy a bit of time for his teammates to move on forward. Did not work, however. This is dangerous.
Oh.
And Burrito B with that block. Oh, he is so good in defense sometimes.
That was nuts. I would have never said Burrito was going to make that save. It looked like I was about to start, talking about the goal that was happening, and then Burrito just shuts me up before I can even talk with that incredible save.
Speed is in the corner. Allen just waiting patiently. Demensa coming on in. The rotation is broke. And look at that. Rick's Ronde able to easily just break down that attack. Now Burrito B is having a crack at goal. You've got to be careful, you monkeys. They've started getting those rotations in, but as soon as one player slows on down, the other teammate is near enough, still moving on forward, and then just gets caught on up.
It's still 0-0 though. That's the interesting thing. It looks like E-Monkeys are being a little bit more solid on defense, and they seem to be putting on a little bit more pressure than the last game. It's just the thing is no one's capitalizing when they get good challenges and certain weird hits into the middle. They need someone else there to finish it, and that's why it's 0-0 right now.
Yeah, the problem here is that SAS are playing such a solid game that you shouldn't expect them to get more than 3 goals in the entire match. That is like the match you shall get. Demensa putting that away, though. Look at that, one after the other. This is more what we wanted from E-Monkeys, really putting that pressure, using that backboard effectively, and then having... This is all we asked for the entire way along. Just put a second man there to finish off.
That was exactly what we asked for. We've seen it time and time again that ball's been above that net, but no one's been there. A great pass from Salem to bounce it over the backboard and bait Rick's Ronde in, but I'm going to stop talking because Burrito's just scored an equalize straight away.
The reply was needed. Burrito was up high in the air. Allen went up to contest it, but really had nothing on it. It is way too slow, way too far back. Burrito B, if you were looking at his camera buzz, don't think you probably were, but he was flashing the whole, R3, looking back forward. He was so happy he got that goal, as it's just near enough. Made it like nothing happened from E-Monkeys with their pretty good goal before.
Yeah, definitely. He just cancelled it out instantly. And I think the mistake was from E-Monkeys to go up for that. If he'd stayed back, not that E-Monkeys is a person, it was Demensa, E-Monkeys is the team, but if he'd have stayed back instead of going up for it, because that's one of the key things in aerial challenges, is if you're late and the other person's already up, just never go up. It's very doubtful that you'll get like a lucky dunk or something. You should stay back, because he would have had a decent chance of making that save, because we know what everyone on this pitch can do in defense when they're not just mid-air in no man's land.
Oh, that was painful to watch, that goal. Look at this from the defense on E-Monkeys. All three players, all clustered up together, all committing.
Yeah.
Oh, and Rex is just able to come on in, pinch that our way. I mean, he's going to put that right in his basket and love it.
Yeah, the instant equalizer from Sass sort of threw E-Monkeys off a little bit, and then all three of them are caught up in the corner with the ball, start bumping each other, not sure who was hitting it. I'm sure they were all like screaming at each other in comms there to try and call it, and they probably all were calling it or saying you should go for it, and it's left for a horrible defense.
Good stop there by Burrito B. Letting Speed come on through. That is a fast shot. Speed here with a quick counter, getting the goal. And once again, Sass on 3 goals, 1 apiece. These lads, they're just staying so strong here.
I do wonder if Speed named himself after realizing, wow, I'm quite a fast player, because that's what he is. He's always the first to the ball, always gets really powerful shots. It's his main play style. He's just really fast and good at playing fast. He's fast when he needs to be, but doesn't overcommit and throw himself at it too much.
One thing I've noticed as well with a lot of pro players and high-end players, they have really simple names. Rix Ronde is the most complicated name on this pitch, really. I mean, Revolution Allen, I guess, I've just been calling him Allen. But you notice that, again, on the high end, like, you've just got simple names. I just want to say Vince or Matt on the American scene. It's just like...
Or Sizz, or
they're not trying to be ultra cool, like, you know, Digital Bacon and all that. No, they're just going to go simple, my name's Steve.
I feel that's like a low-key shot at me, because my name's just Scott G. I see how it is, Digital Bacon.
No, they have nothing to prove. They just got their own skill here. And it's great. Simple little names like, you know, Speed, Burrito, Rix Ronde, just the most, complicated name there. And it's really so easy.
Yeah, Speed has got Speed's name just really fits him to be a pro player, doesn't it? It fits in with all the top end players.
Yeah, he's got all the makings to be a pro, though. He's just got to keep hammering away. He is chiseling himself into a pro player. He's just having to grind away. You can see it now. He's getting into those top 100s. And over time, he's basically doing a Devo. Season 1 of RLCS, Devo was on 0 effort. He was near enough a non-standoutish player. Pretty much where Speed is now. He's not on the RLCS level, but he was just below it. And then started doing the 8 hours a day, really grinding away at Rocket League, doing his homework. And guess who picked him up?
Well,
none of
not doing his homework.
Yeah, that might be a problem. He might have, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Again, Alan putting it away.
That's probably exactly the start E-Monkeys needs. Took them 1 second to get a goal, but they're 2 games down. But getting a goal straight away in the 3rd game is exactly what they need to start off a reverse sweep. Now, I, for one, am hopeful they'll get it.
I don't know. My money is still on the Sass boys, going 3-0. This is match point for them now. Remember, this is best of 5, and they have 2 games. Simple math says they win this, and they're going home with that $45. They've got to work for it, though, because... Or they might not even have them. That's made... Brio just made that look easy.
Let's just watch this bump from Rix Ronde. Bam! He sent Demensa flying.
Got a second hit as well.
He did. He was like, no, I'm coming back. I'm not done with you there, pal. Well played from Rix Ronde. That was not going to be a goal without that horrible, mean, vicious bump. But effective. Which is the main thing.
All good, clear out there. That is sent it all the way down to the Sass side. Speed's going to try and run away with this. Look at these connections. Celine going up high. Can the Mensa drop this on Derby? Yes, he can! What a play! This is the monkeys we want to see.
Oh, great backdoor pass from Salem, but what a shot from Demensa. That angle, that's a tough one. Like, backboard shots are usually a little bit easier if you hang back, but to go up that quickly and hit it down perfectly, what a shot from Demensa. Now they've got the lead. I'm still sticking with they're gonna take this game and give us a long series.
We'll have to see, because Burrito does not want that to be true. He wants to go home. He's probably got dinner waiting or something, because these lads have been playing for a good 2.5, 3 hours now. And that was just a passing play from the heavens.
Yeah.
I love that. Just in chat, I don't know if Boz has changed it, but Speed says, anything they can do, we can do better. And that, I just love it.
It was a nice redirect, to be fair to him. He positioned it perfectly to drop it down with a lot of power. A great pass as well. Well played.
Speed up in the air. He's going to try to get this over. Burrito trying to get on the end of it. Unfortunately, couldn't. That is a long ball, punishing the overconfidence from Sass there. And E-Monkeys, they're taking the charge here. They're continuously going up a goal. And Sass this game are just chasing them, it seems.
Yeah, it seems like E-Monkeys play a bit better when they've got nothing to lose at this point. They know if they lose this, they're gone, tournament's over. They've had a good run, but they do not want it to end here. They're throwing everything they can at it, and it's working, goal after goal. But Sass, they seem to reply quite quickly.
Yeah, some players just need pressure to be put upon them for them to really perform. Again, we're going to have a look at leftovers when they always did the reverse sweeps. That's what they were known for. Now, Frontline taking up that name. And here, Rix Ronde trying to get a little bit of an aerial play. A knock there. I think that was Speed actually onto Bria B. Maybe a bit of confusion there. Yeah, that was odd. Bria B getting a nice hit there. What a clearance. Coming out and getting that much power is insane. It's up in the air. Rix is going to have to pick this on up. Gets it off Celine down the field. The Mensa deciding to take this into his own corner, trying to keep control. Going to now send this into the middle. Rix dropping it on down in front. Speed knocking it off to the side. Bria B coming on through. Rix Ronde is going to try send it right on back there. They're trying to really peel on out the E-Monkeys defense and put them into that corner.
Yeah, exactly that. They just, for like a good 20 seconds there, Sass didn't let E-Monkeys touch the ball. Anytime they went to clear it, another Sass player would be in there to stop them and keep the pressure up. It did eventually fold, but like that was really well played. And if they kept that up somehow, they probably would have got a goal.
Speed knocking the ball up high in the air and then decides to go back onto defense. The Mensa getting that pass Speed now. Allen, pass Rix Ronde. This is their chance. And unfortunately, they bottled it. Celine could not finish that off, pinching it against the crossbar.
Yeah, it's looking like Sass are starting to throw a lot more at them to try and get this equaliser, because you mentioned it, they've probably got dinner waiting, they all want to go home. Rix Ronde probably wants even more money than he's already won today.
Mate, if he got that, I mean, he'd be down the pub if I was him. That is
Spending
pretty
it all.
much it. Yeah, you've got to be absolutely...
Buzzing.
I just want it all grins pretty much. Yeah. But there is still 1 minute 30 left. E-Monkeys are not out in the clear at the moment because Speed is looking to finish it off. Rix goes up high. Burrito going way too fast. Speed now chasing it on out. He's got to take control of this ball. He's seen that he can go for the boost. Great block there by Demensa. All going around the corner. Rix trying to get that pass. He does. He's now following this through, but Celine picks on up, clears it away. Burrito B, the man, he is hitting it to the backboard. Demensa now dragging this on out. Speed hitting it. It's going onto target, but Allen clears it on away.
Yeah, well, it looked like there was a little bit of confusion.
What? Oh, the crossbar being the fourth defender for E-Monkeys there. That heart-wrenching.
Heart-wrenching indeed. There's a lot on this. If Sass can score this, they could change the entire series. If E-Monkeys win this, they could set them up for a reverse sweep. But if Sass can equalise and score, then it's all over now. So any goal is quintessential.
And there it is. Burrito B. I've said it earlier. I love the taste of burritos and I love the taste of these goals. Look at that. Flipping upside down. ESL monthly champion. He is definitely a champion. He's looking to be tonight's champion. 3-all, 28 seconds left. It is still anyone's game here, but the series is looking like it could be Sass's.
Yeah, Burrito just completed his hat trick there with his third goal. Pretty much carrying his team at this point. We've talked about Rix Ronde as a carry. We've talked about Speed as a ever-improving player. But Burrito comes in when he's needed, and he does well. He's our unsung hero.
Burrito, now he's popped the ball in the air. He's going to try and get a lofty slow play to confuse out the defense. Unfortunately, it didn't work. BOB now taking it to the side. You see it, E-Monkeys are wanting this up in the air, but maybe just dropping it down to the ground might be a better option for them because this is in the danger zone for them. Celine knocking it out. Burrito B is right there. He's going to pick it up, try and go for a carry. Oh, Rix Ronde is taking it to the wall. Just kill this ball now, lads,
Please.
or it could really cost you. Do not let Burrito B score. And Burrito B nearly on target. We're going to overtime in game 3 here. 3-all. It is a night of threes, especially for me. Oh, this is
true.
insane.
That's insane. E-Monkeys were playing with our hearts there. Why were they doing that? They're playing with fire. They did not need to keep that up.
Rix is waiting.
No.
There it is. Rix Ronde finishing it off. He's already left, actually. Like I said, he's down in the pub, the lad.
He's already running.
Yeah, he's got his share of $45. If my simple, year 2 maths tells me right, that is $15 each to each of the squad. Burrito B, Speed, and Rix Ronde are tonight's Rewind Gaming 3v3 weekly champion. They've got the little trophy there with the 32 etched next to it. E-Monkeys put up a valiant effort, especially in that last game. But Sass, well, they had it all.
Yeah, incredible performance. And in the last 2 series we saw of them, they just played out of their minds. All 3 players. There wasn't one standout player. You could argue the case for in each individual being a standout player, but as a team, they just shone through. They seem to have team chemistry despite not being a regular team, I guess. So that's even more impressive. And I think they deserved it. They played really well. But we had a very high-level selection of attendees today, so I still could have gone either way. You mentioned before we had a couple upsets, so it could have been somewhere different. But SAS proved everyone wrong, and they won it.
Oh, yeah, it was an absolutely stacked tournament tonight with star-studded names. Got through to E-Monkeys, the guys that always just, don't get enough credit for them. And Rix, he loves the attention he's getting at the moment. Speed, like I said, he's suddenly bursting onto the scene and in a really good way. Burrito B, he's always, like you're saying, an unsung hero. Him, when he's on Bittersweet as well. It's just there's a solid team that, don't do anything fancy, but they get the job done. Oh, Sass, they're taking it away with the win tonight. And guys, Matrino is still open. You can still donate that $1 donation. You don't realize how much it means to not only Rewind as an org, but the players, the whole community. You guys keep it alive. And just a couple more comments. Bass 00, of course, one of the head, I think he's the head mod here, with a little love you all comment. Ticey, Bucket Man is Bay. Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Let's get rid of that one.
Yeah, that's. I don't really want to take away donations, but that's on the line. Poison Wasp himself with the $3. Guys, that is it for us. We have no more games playing for you. I mean, me and Scott here, we're going to go off for our 1v1 afterwards because I want to see how good it really is.
It's going to become a drunk 1v1 for me.
Is that it? It is Saturday night and all. You guys go have fun elsewhere. Make sure to also hop on to RLCS. That's going on at the moment. Go support the NA lads. From everyone here at Rewind Game, we have had an outstanding night. We shall see you maybe next Thursday. We hope to see you next Saturday. Toodaloo.